Hello, Julie here and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to do a flip through and a project using the freebie that I've created for Junk Journal Fix with Sunflowers and Doors Facebook group for November. There's 5 pages, there's 4 journal pages and 1 page of embellishments, and they coordinate beautifully with my new Christmas it's called Christmas Time digital kit, and there's heaps and heaps of pages in this. I can't remember exactly how many, but that digital kit will be available on Sunday. So on Sunday there will be a full flip through of the whole kit available on my YouTube channel, so pop over and check that out on Sunday or after. So let's have a bit of a look what we've got here. We've got this journal page, very well covered with images. Quite cute, the gingerbread man and the gingerbread houses. Then we've got one page that is completely covered with Christmas baubles of different sizes and colours. We have a page, these background pages are pages from the kit. We've got Santa on one side and some parcels on the other. Here we have a cake on one side and some baubles on the other. So of course that folds in half like that, and that's your page there and that's your page there. And then we have just the one page that's got a small envelope with a couple of images on it, and then we've got some small tags here with some images on the bottom. So that's the 5 pages, and as I said, they go perfectly well with my new digital kit, which is going to be available from Sunday the 30th. I will also be using this kit for the Terry's Christmas Craft Off. No, Terry's Crafty Christmas, sorry. Terry's Crafty Christmas 25. And I will have a video. My day for that is the 2nd of December. So I will have a video for you on the 2nd of December with all the details about that. But Terry will have a video on the 1st that gives all of the details, so you can start from the very beginning. I'll put a link to her YouTube channel in the description box as well. Alright, I'm going to go and cut my ephemera pieces out, and then we'll be back with a project. Okay, so I started doing the project and I didn't turn my camera on, so I've done one step. I have cut these pattern papers down. They were A4 size. I've cut them down to 9 1/4 by 6 1/2. I'm doing 2, both the same. Now decide which you want to be your front section of your little pocket. I'm going to have this section because I want this to open this way. I'm making 2, and one's opening one way and one's opening the other way, so you can see that opens that way, that opens that way. So once we've decided which one we want for our front, we score at 4 inches and 8 1/2 inches. So that gives a 4-inch section, a 4 1/2 inch section and a 3/4 inch section. Now we fold the 4-inch section in, and that will be the front of our embellishment. We fold the 3/4 inch down, and that is going to be our flap. With this one, I decided I wanted this on the front, so I scored 4 inches from that edge, then 8 1/2 inches, which left me the 3/4 inch. And once again, when I fold that like that, I've got my the start of my embellishment. Now, this is printed on 120 GSM paper, so it's got a bit more weight than a copier page. I'm going to take these now to my sewing machine, and I'm going to stitch all around the edge. I'm going to stitch firstly across here, then I'm going to stitch all around there, the whole thing, which is going to seal my edges off. Okay. You can glue first if you want to, but if I'm stitching, I don't think it's necessary. I'll do two different ones actually. I'll do that one like that, and this one I'm going to change a little bit. I'm going to bring that right over to that fold, so that's going to make this pocket 4 1/4 inches wide. I'm going to take it right to the fold and then recrease that. Should have thought about this before I started, shouldn't I? But just came to my mind that we could do this, and then I'm going to punch a thumb notch there. So I'm going to punch the thumb notch in the top because I'm going to make this a top pocket and this one's going to be a side pocket. So that's our variation. So let me punch that. Do I want just the one? I think I just want one layer punched, so let's open it up and punch it. I'm trying to get about the middle, but I'm not going to get my ruler out and measure it. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to ink back here. Just so that that thumb notch is not showing white. And I'm also going to ink this section here because I don't want that to be white either. Okay, so off to my sewing machine. I also have these 3 tags that are part of the kit, the freebie, so I'll stitch around those while I'm at it. Okay, so I've done that. I've stitched around them all, and I've inked around them all as well, so they're all ready to go. Now I'm going to use these tags to put on here like a little flap, I guess, and my plan is to wrap these around the page of the journal. So to attach them, I probably just need to put, what do I need, about half an inch. So let's get some glue and put about a half an inch of glue. Turn that out like that and push this down here. So I'm trying to aim for about level top and bottom, and I'm trying to make sure that I've got it level with our fold there. Okay, turn that over, make sure I haven't got any glue oozing out, which of course I have. So these tags, I just back them with coffee dyed paper. When I cut them out. Right, so there we go. Now I haven't got a journal page handy, but yeah. Here's a full-size page. So let's just assume that this is our journaling page, like that. So what I would do is, with this one, I would clip that over there, put a clip in there of some sort, and here I've got a journaling tag that I can write on. On the back I've got writing space, and then on this side, when it's open this way, I've got a pocket there. So we can embellish this side, we can embellish the tag a bit more if you want to. I might put eyelets in there. So let's put a tag on this one as well. So we're going to do exactly the same procedure. We'll put about half an inch of glue on here. I have left my threads on there. You, of course, you don't even have to sew if you don't want to. If you don't sew, I'll show you where to glue, but you probably already know that anyway. But I will just point it out to you. Flip that over so we're not going to get our glue all over the place. And try and keep that sort of level along this groove and fold. I may have actually got it so that I haven't got any glue oozing out. That would be a miracle of its own. Let's burnish that down. Very good. Burnish this one down. I always like to burnish my gluey bits. Okay, so if you're not stitching, you need to just glue along this edge and along this edge for this one. And the rest is fine. Now for this one, if you're not stitching, you just need to glue here, here and here. Oh, not even there, just here and here. Okay. Right, now we haven't got any embellishments in the freebie, so I'm going to have to go to the kit itself to get some embellishments. Because I'm going to put these on a page, as you know, just clicked onto a page. Well, that page is pretty good. I won't put a lot on there. I'll just probably put a label and a little something. But this one's fairly plain on the back, so I'll embellish that a bit with something. So let me just grab some fussy cuts from the full kit. Okay, I have got some fussy cuts from the kit and I've inked around them, so you don't have to watch me do that. So I'm just going to attach these now to finish my embellishment off. I have also cut out some tags from the full kit and I'll use those in my embellishments. Oh, actually, so that's going to be the embellishment for that flap. And then I've got this large cup of hot chocolate that I'm going to put on the back here. I was going to get a Christmas saying to go on that. I think I will. Actually, I might just put some ink on that. I should have cut it out really. Okay. So that's that one. Now I've got this tag, but it's going to be too long to fit in this one because this one is the side opening pocket. So that's going to be too long. And I've already stitched around it, so I can't really cut it down. So I might have to cut out another one and stitch that up. But I can do that off screen. Don't need to wait for me to do that. Same sort of thing that I'm doing here. I will embellish, stitch around it, ink around it, back it onto coffee dyed paper, which these are, and then I'll be able to put that into my pocket. There we go. I might actually, when I do use this, I might actually put some glossy accents on those little highlights on the baubles, and yeah, I think that might just look nice. And I've got the decoration to the top of the tag because, you know, that's mostly what you see, isn't it? Alright, so that one's not going to be much use. Now this one here has got a nutcracker on it, so I'll rub it on that one, so we can see a bit more of that flower. So these tags, as I said, are from the kit, so they're the paper is like a collage paper. I that one. Yeah, so that's already there for you to use. You don't have to create your own masterboard. I've done it for you. It's quite a large kit. All the details are over, well, it won't be available when you see this video. It won't be available until the 30th. So this video will be live on the 28th, I think. There we go. Doesn't look like it's got any glue on that bit. Let's make sure we stick that down. Stick his feather on his hat down. Okay, that's that one. Now that one can go in here, and that's alright because we've got a top loading pocket for this one. Okay, so I need to put a tag or something on that. Now this is going to go on the back here because that beautiful pattern, I don't want to cover it up too much, so I thought I'd just put this little pile of books down the bottom there, just as a little something. And when I get my Christmas labels out, I might find one to go on that as well. There aren't any labels in this kit, but my other Christmas kit, which I think it's called Vintage Christmas. It's in my Ko-fi and my Etsy shops. That's got labels in it. They're word labels. Alright, now on here we're going to put this bauble, blue one. Now I need to think about whether I want to put anything on the top of these tags. Do I want to put an eyelet with some ribbon, or do I want to put like a whale tail tab at the top? What do I want to do? Or do I want to just leave it like it is without a top? What do we think? Might look alright with a whale tail tab on the top, mightn't it? Would it fit? I probably have one here somewhere. Here we go. I can just try it for size, see if it fits okay. Yeah. Not really. Not really. I don't think we'll do that. Do I want to put an eyelet with some ribbon or something there? What do you think? Tell me what you think. Perhaps I'll put a whale tail tab on this. Yes, I think I will. Let me get my punch. Okay, so while I was doing that, I also cut this down and stitched around it, so that now fits in there fine. So, and now we're going to put a whale tail tab on that, and I thought I'd use this. It's a scrap that I cut off the top of this, so let's punch that. Okay, let's ink around it. So, get some glue. Now, I also printed out some more labels from my vintage Christmas kit. So I've got them to use with this because they're a neutral set of labels. I've got a new watch band and it's got some charms on it, and I don't know whether it's going to be suitable. I don't know that I like the sound of the jangling on the table as I'm working, making videos, etc. Right, so now what do we have to do? We've got these things and we need some labels to go on it. We definitely need a label on that. And I wanted something reasonably large for that one. May your days be merry and bright. May your heart be light this Christmas. Cheers to a festive and joyful season. Wishing you a holly jolly Christmas. So let me get some bigger scissors. Can't use those, they're too stiff. Use these. So we're going to do this one here. Wishing you a holly jolly Christmas. Just along there I think will be fine. We could put some ribbon or some lace under it if we wanted to. Let's have a look what we think. So we want to put something like that under there. Or do we want to put it down the other way so it's down the bottom and then we put that? Yeah, I like that better. Okay, let's cut some of this off. And I don't want that sloped edge. So run a bit of glue along here for my lace. And then ink around our sentiment. Add some glue. And add that on there. Like that. Okay. So that's that side done. I'm happy with that. And that's still wet. I might move that up just a little bit. Like so. Right. That's that one. I'm not adding anything to that. I just love that. So that's going to stay like that. Now do I want something on here? What about twinkling? Now, I will, after this video is finished, I'm going to add some glossy accents to those and let them dry, and then I'll take the photo, so you'll be able to see the glossy accent sparkle in the photos at the end of the video, or they may even be at the beginning of the video. So just like that. I'll pop that in there now. Do I want to put a tab on the side? Because it does fit in there, you know. It can get lost in there. So I need to put a tab on here. So let's punch one and see what we think. Do we want red or do we want a different colour? We've got some other scrappy bits here. We could go for that colour on there, that's a bit bright. Could go for something like that on there, or that. Don't really want green. I think we'll go for this same paper again. I want it down there. Doesn't really matter, does it? Put it down there. I want that far back. Just pop out a little bit like that, so we can know that there's something in there. So we've got some writing space there. We've got writing space on the back of the tag. Got this cute Santa here. We've got embellishments on there. Do we want a label on that? Maybe a smaller one. Trolley. Let's cut one out and see what we think. What else have we got? Could put tasty. I could put tasty on there because that's a tasty looking cake. We only want a small one, don't we? Bet that's not straight. Nope. Let's use the smaller scissors. Okay. I'll put it there. Or do we want to put it there? I'm going to put it there. Okay, so got our decoration on there, we've got our tag in there, the tag's decorated with the label and everything, we've got our lovely picture there, and we've got our lace and our label and our fussy cut on there, so that one's finished. Now let's have a look at this one. This one has got the books on the back, and I will put a little label on here, probably down here. Serene. That's how we feel when we're relaxing reading a book, isn't it? So let's ink that. put it, yeah, maybe just there. I think I like it over there. So that's where it will go. Do you ever sit there and think, no, put it back with the other side. That looks better over there. Okay, so that's the back of that one finished. Now, do we want, we're not putting anything on that one, that's fine. Our tag, now we've got our nutcracker on this tag. Let's put Splendid. It's a splendid looking nutcracker. The good thing about digitals is you can print them out as many times as you like, can't you? So you can use these words over and over if you wish. Okay, so where are we going to put our splendid? There. There. Here. Over there. Do we want it up the top instead of down the bottom? Oh, must have some glue on my fingers. Actually, I'm quite liking it up there. If I can, haven't really got much space there after the D, have I? To go messing around with, so I think I might just put it there like that. There we go. So we've got the full back of that to add journaling to. It pops in there like that. Now, have we done the back of this one? Yes, we have. So it's only this bit here, and we need a word for that. Could do magical. Glorious, gleeful, let's do festive. Now I'm going to take my Sharpie and I'm going to put a string up to the top of the tag. Do the same on this one, like so. I have got a gold paint pen that I probably could have used as well. Alright, so there we go. We've got our 2 page wraps. So, I don't know, page wraps or flip-ins or whatever you like to call them. So let's just see. So let's say this is our page. So that would wrap over there like that. We would attach that with some sort of clip. And then on the other side of the page we've got our tag in the pocket. And actually, if I wasn't using such pretty paper, I would add a pocket on there, and then you can put something in the pocket as well. But these 2 papers, I really like the inside images, so I'm not going to do that. You could put one on the back. We could have done that. So you could put a pocket here, a pocket there. You've got a pocket here, and you've got your little page flap there. You could have 1, 2, 3 pockets on each one. So there we go. That's my project for today. Hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, pop over to my Ko-fi or to Junk Journal Fixed with Sunflowers and Doors. Pick up the freebie and have a go. Alright, thank you for joining me, and I hope you can join me when I post my next video. Okay, bye.